Oh hey, the one and only Dusty Bottoms here, founder of Kingdom Trucking Academy. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing hours of operation. So let's get started. As a CDL driver or future CDL driver, there are some DOT regulations that will affect you that you need to know. If you already know, then great, this will be a refresher. If you don't know yet, well,
you're gonna learn today.
Hours of service. Hours of service are the maximum amount of hours that you can be on duty. Drive time, rest time. All drivers must comply with this. HOS regulation CFR 395, 11-hour driving limit. A driver can drive a maximum of 11 hours after 10 consecutive off-duty hours. Oh hey, the one and only Dusty Bottoms, founder of Kingdom Trucking Academy and the creator of the Kingdom Driver Training Program. The Kingdom Driver Training Program is the curriculum we use at Kingdom Trucking Academy. We have maintained a 100% passing rate using the Kingdom Driver Training Program. The Kingdom Driver Training Program is a complete set of 9 comprehensive videos. You can purchase all 9 videos at kingdomtruckingacademy.com. Each video is designed for the requirements needed to pass your CDL exam. So follow me as I guide you through each stage of your CDL exam. You can purchase each video at kingdomtruckingacademy.com for $49.99. or the complete set for $299.99. That's a great price. These videos are some of the most comprehensive videos today on the market. Our curriculum is trademarked for a reason, because Kingdom Trucking Academy is the standard. Everyone else is just second place. So go to kingdomtruckingacademy.com to get your videos today. Roll on, truckers, roll on. 14-hour limit. A driver may not drive beyond 14 hours without a 10-hour reset. A 10-hour reset is 10 off-duty hours for rest. Because of these limitations, a lot of companies employ team drivers. Team drivers are obviously what it sounds. You have another driver in the truck with you. They're resting while you're driving. When you hit your limit, they take over. That way the truck never stops moving and cargo never slows down. This is a great way to do things if you actually like the person you're riding with. If you don't, this can be extremely miserable. A lot of foreigners that legally come to this country end up getting their commercial driver's license. It's a great career path for people with limited education, limited resources, and allows them to make great money. They can make about $100K a year easily drive. What happens is a lot of times they'll have a sleeper cab and there'll be 3 other drivers, sometimes 4 other drivers, just crammed packed in there. I've often heard horror stories from diesel mechanics saying they'll cut the hole out in the floorboard and use it to relieve themselves. That way the truck never has to stop. This is crazy, but a little bit ingenious at the same time. They're trying to use ingenuity. Simple as it sounds, truck never stops moving, they're able to get more miles, more money, freight keeps going. The 30-minute break rule. 30-minute break rule is you cannot drive more than 8 consecutive hours without taking 30-minute break. In the real world, what happens is most drivers have to go to the restroom. They need to stop, get fuel, they need to stop, get a break, whatever. They'll use this time for their 30 minutes. Usually they'll stop, get some fuel, go inside a truck stop, snacks, what have you. Hopefully they're eating something healthier. Chances are they're not. They're eating fast food, whatever is easiest. But this is for another day, talking about the health of truckers. There are several organizations out there that are trying to help truckers get healthier. But while they're in there, they grab their snacks, everything like that, and they get their 30-minute rest. Typically, most drivers can't make it an 8-hour consecutive shift driving without having to go to the restroom. If you can, then there's definitely some health problems you need to get looked at. And you need to be drinking more water, not soda, coffee, not energy drinks, not any of this, not juices. Just drink water. No, Gatorade is not water. The 60-70 rule. The 60-70 rule states that no driver can drive 60 to 70 hours in a 7 to 8 day consecutive span. The short haul exemption. The short haul exemption rules state that a driver working out of their normal location within a 150 air mile radius cannot work past 14 hours. That means they cannot exceed 14 hours in a day. I am not a fan of the short haul exemption. The reason I'm not a fan of it is because it does not factor in the actual workload. If you have the short haul exemption, that means most likely you're a local driver. Local drivers typically run distribution of some sort. Food services, beverage. I personally, through my driving career, have worked for 2 major beverage distributors. I know firsthand what comes with this job. I know how physically demanding it is. I also know that we average about 12 hours a day, sometimes 14 when you first start. I know I did. This job is very physically demanding. Usually what it entails is you get your truck in the morning or whenever your shift starts. It's been loaded by warehouse, but you have to go on your route and you have to deliver to your customers. You are unloading that entire truck before you come back for the end of your shift. Your shift usually does not end until your truck is unloaded. Typically, the way they design it, it's going to take you between 10 and 12 hours. Sometimes if you're not familiar with the route or your route relief, it's going to take you 14 hours. Now, most companies aren't going to push you past the 14-hour limit. Most will have you return between the 12 and 14 hours. However, this is a very physically demanding job. You're pushing 50 to 100 pounds per stop. Your stops are short range, no more than 1 mile, 2 miles apart. You're constantly getting in and out of your truck, up and down, unloading. It's strenuous on your back, your legs, everything. On top of that, the fatigue, the mental fatigue that comes with that, because if you're a local driver, you're dealing with city traffic, town traffic. This is usually congested. You have terrible drivers out on the road. So many idiots, so many dust holes. You're stopping, you're going. If you're in a manual transmission, you're not only working the clutch, throttle, the brake, you're shifting. Again, I cannot emphasize how physically exhausting this job can be. I do not feel that 10 hours is enough time, because realistically, let's break that 10 hours down. 10 hours looks like you leave your base or where you work. You have to drive home. Now, most people don't live within a mile of where they work. So you're probably driving, let's say, an average of 30 minutes to get home. And that's being kind. Okay, so 30 minutes. Now you're down to 9.5 hours. You got to shower, you got to change, and you got to get food ready. We're not even factoring in if you have family, you have children, etc. On average, I bet most people get 7 hours of actual downtime. And that's not all sleep time. So you're not getting the 8 hours recovery sleep time that you need, not only for your body, but for your brain. This might not seem like it's too much, but most people don't understand health and recovery. Now you're going back out the next day, you're a little bit more tired, you're a little bit more fatigued, and you got to repeat this day all over again. Most drivers have about 20 to 25 stops a day. It's a lot of stops getting in and out of the truck. Again, I emphasize how physically demanding this is. I personally think 10 to 12 hours is the maximum drive time a local driver should have. I don't believe in the 14-hour maximum for short haul exemption. I think we should get it down to 10 to 12. Again, this is much more physically demanding than over the road. Over the road comes with its own set of challenges. Yes, driving long hauls becomes monotonous. We become lackadaisical. Again, that comes with its own set of problems. We could tighten that up a little bit as well on hours of operation, but for now, that's just my point of view. These are some of the things that you need to know before getting started in commercial driving. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe. I'm your trucking messiah, the one and only Dusty Bottom. Roll on, truckers, roll on.